Can you hear us at least?
Glitchy.
Yeah, it is being very glitchy.
I mean, do we go? What did she say? We're live?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to Bob Shelton Stadium in Buda, Texas for your District 12 5A matchup between your Anderson Trojans and the Hayes Hawks. For about 8 minutes till kickoff, we're working through technical difficulties, which I think we've always had here at Bob Shelton. Tonight, your 7-0 Trojans looking to extend their winning streak in district play and overall in the season. An exciting night. I've got a little inside scoop I'll share with you guys. Little birdie told me I think we're 8 minutes to kick. I think I can say it. We're going to see a little Maryland I formation from the Trojans offensively.
Whoa.
Yeah, running a little power game. We're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of CC1 running the ball. Hayes started out looking good this year, has struggled, loss of their quarterback. But another test, I would say, this year in this district play. Not a game you want to take lightly at all, especially on the road here at Hayes.
No doubt about it, Wheels. Yeah, this is one of those teams that kind of comes into the season looking to knock someone's head off, right?
Yep.
We're looking for that signature win, probably not much in a playoff contender type of seat at the moment, but certainly put a target on the Trojans' back, and it's gonna be a good one. You know, they've got to go to work and defend that 0 spot in the L column.
That's right, for sure. I think there have been a lot of stats thrown up. Important to know that the Trojan defense has given up to this point from last year 100 points less. Did you know that? Did we talk about it last week?
No, we did not.
100 points less than last year. And, of course, save those 2 scoop-and scores and a safety. It would be more than that. I think the Trojans are giving up under 14 points a game, which in high school football today is pretty remarkable. Again, we've talked about it. They can defend the run and the pass. Tonight, I think Hayes primarily is, they may take some deep shots, but a running team. So a chance for the linebacker unit in that D line to have another good night.
Well, you stole my thunder a little bit there. I had some defensive stats ready to go, but I guess we'll throw those out the window. Yeah, to sum it up, the Anderson defense has been really, really good this year.
Yeah, for sure.
They've really turned the tides. They've been stopping the run really well. The defensive back unit, we've talked at length about their performance this year has been exemplary. And, just to put a number on it, they're holding teams to 10 points a game this season. I guess that's total score, so probably slightly lower with some of the 2-point conversions and whatnot. But yeah, this defensive unit has shined for the Trojans and is a huge reason why they are undefeated to date.
Absolutely. I think talking about the offense, they really come onto their own. Of course, CC1 having a magnificent historic year, close to the AISD rushing record. I think he's about 500 yards away. If there's a better back in Texas, I'm not sure who it is. Production-wise, vision-wise, speed, really the quintessential all-purpose back. I thought about this afternoon. Not to be a regionalist, but if I'm a school in the Big Ten, or whatever, Big 12, why wouldn't you go get CC1? I mean, the production level alone. I mean, you're going to go get got milquetoast guy from the Midwest who sits around and eats meatloaf all day. CC1 is a dynamic back who's done it for 4 years in high school.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if this was directed at me, but
No,
I will
take a shot at the.
I happen to know of a school that runs the ball
Yeah.
fairly frequently. Typically, we recruit from New Jersey, but
I mean,
I don't see what. Actually, we did have a running back from Westlake High School.
Yep.
That was, I'm going to forget the name. I'll remember it by the end of the broadcast, but he was a stud, and similar to CC1, he just got reps and reps and reps and got overlooked by some of those, bigger SEC schools down here.
Well, it is interesting. I can say with great confidence he's going to have a spectacular career in college. And whoever is lucky enough to get him, I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams thinking, how did we miss? I mean, because he is a dynamic, prolific running back. Anytime you come into this level of competition week in, week out, and have that level of production, it's hard to refute. So if you want to win games in college, I would give CC1 a call. Are we glitchy? What do you think?
We're a little bit slow on the video. The audio is good, so it may, depending on how things go, may end up being a little bit more like a radio broadcast tonight.
What about, can you flip over, if you go over to the Hayes ISD guest, is that just never going to get you home? I mean, it doesn't show as quick.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when I try to stream a game.
High school athletes performing tonight. They are friendly competitors, not enemies. Tonight's event provides a showcase for the talents and skills of the students from each school through friendly competition, which
I don't know.
all interscholastic events. The teams, bands, drill teams, and cheerleaders have worked hard for your entertainment and appreciation. Please encourage them with cheers, applause, and good sportsmanship.
Does that mess it up?
Please stand if you are able and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors of the Hayes Bowl for ROTC color. Singing tonight's national anthem is Hayes Hawk Flyer member Emma Haskell.
You think it's the bit rate that's making it so slow?
Please remain standing until the colors have been.
Yeah, just call her. All right. National anthem. We'll give you a little radio feel, Trojan Nation. All right, there's your national anthem. Wonderfully sung by a young Hayes Hawks fan as the color guard exits the field. About ready to go.
He's commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Harvey Gonzalez, carrying our national anthem. Hayes will lead for JROTC Colorado. Is instructed by Veteran Sergeant John Lester.
A lot of energy out there. Hayes with energy, Trojans matching it as we prepare for this kickoff. Trojans, I believe, will be kicking off. Actually, hold. Trojans will be back to receive the kickoff. Okay. We may cut this and restart, so stay tuned here.
All right, football fans, on your feet, are you ready for some Texas high school football?
I'll take you there until we cut. About to be kickoff here. Hayes will kick off to Anderson to start the ball game. Oh, yes. All right, we're back here live from Bob Shelton Stadium. Trojans taking the opening kickoff down the field with a steady diet of Caleb Krenshaw. Here's Cove looking to throw the screen. He's got Sharp. Sharp's taking it up the middle, and a great run after catch here by Sharp. In this drive's been a couple of Jay Fulmer catches, a couple of Kyler Sharp catches, and CC1. Trojans moving steadily down the field. There's another, well, I was going to say another first down, but it's going to be called back on a holding. It's going to be first and we'll see where the spot is.
Wheels, we were worried a little bit early in that drive that CC1 was going to break one. For,
I know. I did say he's gone.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to miss that. So
yeah.
That's why he stepped out of it.
That's perfect. Yeah. All right, it's going to be first and 20 after the hold for the Trojans, all the way back at the 47 of Hayes. Oh, a little inside shovel pass. Jay Fulmer slicing and dicing. He's going to have 10 yards. A nice little wrinkle. Hadn't seen that this year. Kind of the fake in option to CC1 and an inside shovel pass to Jay Fulmer. Nets 10 for the Trojans, setting up second and 11.
Well, it's great to see them get creative with those two, mixing and matching, keeping the defense on their toes.
All right, here's CC1. Not a lot of room, but he pops it outside and then runs and gets about 5 tough yards there. It's going to be a second and 8, or third and 8. There are whistles, but it's a replay. The clock is 19's helmet popped off. Third and 8 Trojans from the 35.
Let's make some noise, football fans. Third down.
Yeah, good test here on third down for these Trojans. Third and long situation, see what they dial up.
All right, it's a give to CC1. He breaks straight through, cuts it to the outside, and gets a nice first down on that run straight up the gut all the way down to the 20.
You know, run up the middle, it's not your conventional third and 8 play call, but when you have a guy like that in the backfield against a defense that hasn't shown a way to bring him down just yet, it can work. It can work, especially 2-down territory potentially.
Well, he saw that hole and went straight through it. All right, first and 10 Trojans from the 20. Cove's going to look to throw. He's going to fire it over the middle, just over the outstretched arms of Jay Fulmer. Had Trey Leach for a minute there, but threw it further down the field just outside of Fulmer.
Yeah, Fulmer, again, is #1 target. Looking for him. Ran a good route, too. We'll see if they can dial it up to one another as this game goes on.
Yeah, you kind of alluded to it. It's so fun to have a guy like Fulmer. What a good compliment to CC1, and you really have two dynamic running backs and a kid who can bounce into the slot, Jay. All right, second and 10 Trojans from the 20. It's going to be a fake and a throw out there. There's Trey Leach lumbering down to around the first down. Good catch by Trey, the senior. It will be a first down, so good run after catch there by 88.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Trojans using those tight ends well back-to-back weeks. Obviously, Gage Willis was a big feature, that big 68-yard catch and run last week. Maybe we'll see Trey Leach get some action tonight.
All right, first and goal, Trojans. It's going to be Cove keeping it, rolling to the outside. He's going to maybe have a yard there after he kept it on the fake inside. But, yeah, to your point about the tight ends, the good thing about a guy like Trey Leach came up as a quarterback, obviously a big kid, smart player, made that move into tight end this year, been a great replacement for Calvin Ballinger, and he can block so well. You know, he hadn't blocked since junior peewee when we played him at left tackle. All right. It's going to be Krenshaw taken to the outside, a lot of speed, looking for a hole. Really not a lot to do, but he's tough running there. Pretty good job by Hayes there to string that out as long as you could go. Trojans were out there blocking. But
yeah, and, you know, it's never Caleb Crenshaw tackle without shedding at least one or two blocks. It really takes a full team to bring him down.
It really does. All right, it's going to be third and goal from the 8-yard line. Brady Foster into the game. Trips to the near side. Here's Cove, rolls to the near side, looking. He's going to fire it over there. He's got Jay Fulmer for a touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, we were wondering when that connection was gonna spark. It did not take long. Cove to Fulmer, a story we've read 1,000 times this season, adds one more to the tally.
Little early Trojo from Big Play Jay and Cove Derbyshire getting a touchdown on the first drive. The Trojans in that kind of swinging gait here, as they sometimes do with McMillan. I think he's going to call him to bunch back in, yeah. They ran it against McCallum. First play, first touchdown. McMillan on the option, and he kept it himself for the 2-point conversion. But Osbo now on to kick. Kick is up, kick is good. Trojans with an early 7-0 lead with 7:35 left in the first quarter, so a good drive there.
Yeah,
good start.
Really strong drive, strong start. Some nice chunk plays, mix of the, good balance between the pass and the run. Saw our guys CC1, saw our guys Fulmer, Trey Leach. That's that's how you get it done.
That's how you get it done.
That's what you've come to expect from the Trojans. Nice
job by the O-line. Coach Z, good play calling. Nice job. They're talking to Leach there. Highly complimentary of. He's done a really good job blocking in there. That's such a key to have a good tight end. And I think that's some of the stuff. Obviously, Willis, a dynamic athlete, a lot of speed out of the tight end, but you're going to have to be able to do it all. Oh, here's a little inside baseball. You remember last game, Osbo, I kind of gave him benefit of the doubt. I'm like, maybe he wants to kick off the ground.
Yeah.
I think we had who's responsible for bringing the tee is 28 Ryan O. I think there was a misplacement of the tee.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That.
We were trying to go to state here, Ryan. Good night.
Played it off like it was a tactical move.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I believed it.
I did too. I mean, I believe my own, what. All right, here's Osbo to kick. He's going to pooch it high. It's going to be gathered around the 20-yard line. Nice cut back there. A lot of speed. Going to break it all the way down there. So a nice return there by Hayes. He kind of fooled our outside guy cutting in and then cut back out and followed that block all the way down the sideline.
Yeah, sort of a mean run there. A couple stiff arms on his way into plus yardage. Good return. Hate to see him set up there, but as we've seen time and time again, this Trojan defense, with their backs against the wall, they know how to get it done.
Yeah, so it'll be 1st and 10, Hayes from the 43-yard line of Anderson. Return of Grayson Lake, number 2, to the near side at corner for Anderson. So it'll be 1st and 10, Hayes. Man in motion, but early whistles will be a timeout. Hayes obviously had miscommunication in the backfield. You know, I mentioned at the outside of the broadcast, Hayes with their backup quarterback and looking to run, but Hayes being the presumable underdog here, do not be shocked. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see them come out with some deep shots or trick plays. You often see that early on.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Just looking through backup quarterback Troy Wright, sorry. You know, his resume. It's a guy that's going to take some shots. He's a junior, right? He's looking to kind of build himself a career here at Hayes, and this is a great chance for him to put his name in the history book. So, you know, he's as motivated as anyone on this field tonight.
Well, don't wish it into existence.
No,
here. I mean, golly, history books, heart palpitation.
Just in case the Hayes viewers come on to the...
Yes. I mean, we don't do an even broadcast here.
No, it's the North Korea broadcast.
Correct. All right, 1st and 10, Hayes after the timeout. Out of the shotgun. Man in motion. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Kind of bounces outside. He's got a little room to work with, a lot of room to work with. Going down the sideline, he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Longoria down around the 13-yard line.
So we talked about whether the quarterback was going to run, whether the quarterback was going to pass. Forgot about the running backs there in the backfield.
Well, and it's so often, I mean, we've talked about it at the high school level in the state of Texas. There is a scout film that they work on sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes a week, where they see a tendency in a defense, and a lot of times early in the game you see the play calls reflect that. So they saw something, obviously drew Miami as a kind of a slot corner over there. All right, 1st and 10. It's going to be a give up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up by the Trojans after almost no gain.
Yeah, you can tell this back's going to be a little bit more shifty out there. He's going to be tough to bring down all night. No easy task for this Trojan defense.
Middleton in there on the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Actually, 2nd and 10 from the 12. Looks like McMillan's going to be coming from the outside here. Looking to pass. Looking. Kind of steps up in the pocket. There is a flag down. No, it's going to be a hold. Hodges Smith's going to wrap him up around the 8-yard line, but Cesilak's pleading his case. I think he's going to get the call, though. There is a flag in the defensive backfield as well. Back in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, right on the goal line.
Yeah, one in the offensive backfield, one in the defensive backfield. We'll see what the call is. Yeah, it's going to be holding. They waved off the defensive holding, I would presume would be the call. So it's going to be pushing them back to the 22. It'll be 2nd and 20 for Hayes.
Yeah, it's good seeing Rowan Erickson out there still on the corners. Has obviously earned himself a spot in this rotation. And yeah, I was watching him down at the bottom of your screen here. in coverage on that play, and I think that's in the direction where the flag was thrown,
Yeah.
but good no call. Looked like pretty good coverage there from Rowan.
All right, 2nd and 20, Hayes, man in motion. It's going to be a give up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up right there by a whole host of Trojans. I believe McMillan was in there, or maybe it was Matthias in there first. Nice job by the sophomore. He's had a fantastic year alongside the Riv. It's going to be 3rd and a whole bunch, 22 yards for Hayes.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Matthias Levine for years to come.
Oh, no
Just
kidding.
a staple in this defense, making his name known already, but really taking on more of a leadership, get in the backfield type of role.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and 22. High snap. Looking, got a ton of pressure. Oh, he's going to be wrapped up big time there. Hodges Smith, Max Middleton, Cesilak, a big sack. Smith coming right from the middle. And it's going to be 4th and a whole bunch for Hayes.
Well, it's good to see the sacks still rolling, Wheels.
Yeah.
Six sacks as a team last week
Wow.
for Cedar Creek. Total on the season is 25. So, yeah, they've been getting through those holes and finding their way to the quarterback.
Yeah, this is going to be a 48-yard attempt by Hayes. Here's the snap. It's low. It's going to be blocked. We'll see. Let it go. 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 Miami's going to pick it up. All right, here comes Miami out of the end zone. Okay, good job, Miami. He's going, cuts back all the way to the 30. So, oh, he probably should have let it go, but he had a chance. And he was going to return it. He goes double horns up. But a nice job by the Trojans. I don't see who blocked that. But it will be 1st and 10 Trojans. So a good defensive stop there after one big run.
Yeah, one big kick return followed by one big run, but a nice red zone stop, push him into deep field goal range. Thought it was a little ambitious there from the jump. But yeah, nice block.
Good job by the Trojan D to get a stop on that first drive. It'll be 1st and 10 Trojans, 2 backs in the backfield. It's going to be Cove keeping it. Cutting it outside and falling forward for some yards.
Yeah, we've seen Cove use his feet at various times this season. He's definitely a capable runner. And, at his size, he can definitely inflict some pain on some defenders if he gets ahead of steam.
Yeah, he really can. A really good athlete, Cove Derbyshire, at quarterback and a threat to run. All right. Out of the pistol here. Here's Cove. He's going to turn and give it. Following behind Hugh Hakes. It's going to be a minimal loss there. Be 3rd and 7.
Cove has the second most rushing yards on the team this year. Can you guess who number 1 is?
I'm going to say it's CC1. That's a spitball attempt.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, that's fair.
By a little over 1,000.
Wow.
It's going to be the margin.
Okay,
there.
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 7. Cove's going to look to throw. He's going to fire downfield. Oh, almost a circus catch here by Ben Hatcher on the back shoulder. Diving attempt. It'll be 4th down, and Trojans will punt.
Yeah, Hatcher had a good look at it on that back shoulder, too. Had both feet in, just couldn't come down with it.
McMillan on to punt. We haven't seen a ton of him. We did against Consolidated and College Station.
Where he was excellent, by
He's
the way.
excellent.
Yeah, 4
Sharp
punts,
in
like
motion.
200 yards.
Yep. Ooh, he held it, but he boomed it over the head in a nice punt all the way down to the 28. I don't know why 30 is trying to claim he didn't call a fair catch. He called it all the way. So it'll be 1st and 10, and a well-executed punt there by McMillan. He held it a little too long for my taste.
Yeah, it was.
Hayes was bringing the heat.
Hayes was bringing the heat. Just enough life between the ball and the hand when it left the backfield there. But yeah, really nice punt there, Liam McMillan.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10 Hayes, their second possession from the 30. Man in motion. It's going to be a give. It's going to be a give straight up the middle. He's got room to go. He's going to be knocked. Oh man, almost knocked down by Grayson Lake. Grayson Lake with that tricky shoulder. But Erickson will bring him down. So a big pop run there, all the way down to the 45 of Anderson.
Yeah, Lake popped him, but that's why they teach you to finish your tackles, right?
I know. Understandably, he didn't want that shoulder to pop out again.
Yeah, true.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 Hayes from the 45. And it's going to be give up the middle. It's going to be stood up there and stopped. Almost got Liam McMillan on that tackle, but it's going to be Longoria in there, Smith in there. I believe Cesalak in there as well. It's going to be a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 Hayes. High snap again. It's going to be a little flare out. Oh! Grayson. Oh no. We'll see. Oh boy, yeah. That's that shoulder for Grayson. He came in with a flurry, but Tate Haynes coming into the ballgame quickly. We'll see, monitor that, but it is incomplete, and it will be 3rd and 8 Hayes from the 43 of Anderson.
Yeah, obviously Lake's such an important piece to this defense, and Haynes will have to come in here and serve up a really good role, but yeah, hope to see him back out there.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to have a little room to work with all the way down. Tate Haynes is going to wrap him up down there around the 20, so a run up the middle by the quarterback.
I'm starting to see a theme develop here, Wilson. And they've got 2 guys back there that can really damage it with their feet, the quarterback and the running back. And definitely no easy test for this defense. Obviously, I've seen some things in film this week and in practice, but once you're out here, you got to make sure you can execute defensively.
1st and 10, man in motion. It's going to be a give on the end around. McMillan stringing it out. He's going to be out of bounds for relatively no gain. Smith pushing him out of bounds. McMillan out there fighting off a block. Almost got in there for a loss.
And I think that's going to be the battle all day, is getting off those blocks and preventing those big run plays from expanding once they reach that second level.
For sure, containment being huge.
Containment's going to be big time. Maybe throw a spy on that quarterback as well.
All right, it's going to be 2nd and 9.5 for Hayes. It's going to be a give to the running back. He's going to break it outside with a lot of speed. Gets outside, and he will score. So that was the recipe on that first big play. And the recipe there, a handoff up the middle that is broken out to the outside, and it's going to be a touchdown, Hayes.
Yeah, got a couple really nice blocks there, broke it to the outside, and there's a lot of speed. On this Hayes side. I'm not saying this is a game you would ever overlook, but this looks like a team that is coming here and looking to challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Good snap and good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 52 seconds left in the first quarter, we are locked at 7.
And I think, too, you almost have a lot of the answers, right? You know
Yeah.
where the source of their offense comes from. It's how can you make those adjustments and find a way to stop it, stop the bleeding.
That's a great point. Coach Holcomb over there, every time this year, the defense has answered the bell on what that offense is trying to accomplish against them, and has done a really good job down there coaching these guys up. But I think the answer is going to be contain, because once he flashes to the inside and then breaks contain to the outside, that's when they're getting us.
But if you're a football fan, pretty good action in this first quarter.
I'm not a football fan. That's why I don't want good action.
I know. All right.
Okay.
I'll put my Trojan hat back
Thank
on.
you, golly.
Or what would the Trojans wear back in the
Not a fedora.
the
It's
helmet?
not chainmail. The Trojan helmet, yeah. I think the helmet. All right, here's the kick. High and short, kind of in no man's land. Catch it on the bounce there, he did. Sharp's going to bring it all the way up to about the 28-yard line, so he got it on the good bounce. And a nice return up to the 28. It'll be 1st and 10, Trojans.
I think if Anderson can go out there and execute a drive almost identical to
Yeah.
their first of the game, that would be the most optimal scenario. Not in the obvious sense, since you go down, you score a touchdown, right, get points on the board, but also you give your defensive time to get some breathers in, review that last drive, see where they can make those adjustments we were mentioning before.
Yeah, for sure. All right, 1st and 10 Trojans. It's going to be a single back a big shift by the Trojans. Now they're in the Maryland I. And it's going to be a give to CC1. Cuts it through. He's going to have 7 yards there. That is the Maryland I.
I love that.
Shifted out of a wide set. It's going to have Elias O'Keefe as the primary fullback, Hugh Hakes, and then CC1 as the I-back.
Any football fans out there? You're watching the right game.
This is old school football. Very tight set. Never seen this before. Predicted before the game. It's a sweet pitch. CC1 cuts it back, cuts it again, and gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 2 Trojans.
Yeah, earning every yard here, but still picking up some good blocks and, again, earning a couple yards each time. The Sanderson offense is good at picking up these chunk yards, and in 3rd and shorts especially, they've been incredibly efficient all year.
It'll be interesting as the quarter comes to a close. We're locked here at 7-7, but it'll be interesting on this 3rd and 2 if we stick with the Maryland I or pivot back to our normal spread formation. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10, 3rd and 2 Trojans from the 35-yard line. But I think you've touched on it. One thing that we're going to have to watch out for is the speed from the quarterback position and running back position from Weiss.
Yeah.
Haven't shown much of a threat in the air, but we are going to stick in that Maryland I.
And the wider you make this scoring margin, the more they're going to have to resort to
That's
the
right.
air.
Exactly. All right, it's a give to Elias O'Keefe. He's going to have the 1st down. Really good running there by the senior fullback. Can we call him a fullback? Left guard, but fullback Elias O'Keefe. It'll be a first down Trojans at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, really good use of that formation, right? Obviously 3 potential options back there, and Elias O'Keefe, a proven runner in that fullback position.
Okay, it's going to be CC1, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of, he's probably got back to the line of scrimmage. So here comes some receivers into the game. So it will be 2nd and 11 Trojans.
Yeah, Hardiman in there.
Chase Thomason and Jay Fulmer. It's going to be a rollout, looking, run the ball. He's going to cut back and everybody's going to close on him. He's going to be right there. He's going to have about a yard or 2. It'll be 3rd and 10.
So that's that observation there, Wheels. That's when Cove has to make that decision to go upfield, tuck the football, and pick up those 3 or 4 yards that he can and then slide down or go out of bounds.
That's right. He's been so successful stringing those out and a guy open now. A lot of defensive backs in the area. But 3rd and 10 Trojans. Thomason, Hatcher, and Fulmer, the receivers. Here's Cove looking. He's going to throw it deep for Chase Thomason. It's going to be batted away. A nice play there. Thomason. A little gimpy. But the Trojans look to be forced to punt here from the 40-yard line. Punt it quick, Liam.
Yeah, cannot afford any special teams mistakes here. That last ball up to Thomason, similar to that shot he took over here for Ben Hatcher earlier in the.
All right, it is going to be received there. Nice job there by Bennett Wright, stringing out it, but a good return there up to the 40-yard line.
This is when having the luxury of a top defense in the state comes in handy.
Yeah, the good news, too, is they did give Anderson some time. There is a flag on the play, which is, blindside block, which is a big one. But, yes, to your point, having a solid defense, and you brought it up, but getting rest there, even though we did not convert, we had the quarter switch, and we had a first down on that drive. Gave the guys some time to breathe, regroup, get Bo Holcomb, giving him that instruction. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. It's going to be a give, not a lot of room there. Nice job by the Trojan D-line. The Riv with a good tackle there, the senior captain. Defensive tackle for Anderson. It's going to be a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they can solve a lot of problems for themselves defensively if that front 4 can really create, that separation off those blocks and end plays before they even get into the second level.
Get a little penetration. A-Train.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 11. It's going to be a give up the middle. Nice job by the Trojans right there. That's tough hands right there. Max Middleton, twin defensive end, Middleton, Ceselak, and Smith finishing it off. But strong hands there holding that running back and allowing your defenders to swarm. It's going to be a big loss in 3rd and 15.
Yeah, right on cue, Wheels.
Yeah.
Double penetration from the edges.
Yes. Yes, A-Train. Yes, it was. All right, empty back set. Watch that quarterback is what A-Train's thinking. A lot of rotation. Going to be trips to the near side. It's going to be a little flare screen. Good job there. Is that Mr. Clean? I believe it is. Yeah. Great season there from Mr. Clean and a great tackle on that screen. And it will be 4th and 10. Miami, something happened over there, and we're holding Miami back, but there is a flag. But I don't know what happened, but somebody grabbed something from Miami or something. Anderson players pointing in that direction, but something happened that Miami was having to be restrained.
And this is one of the senior leaders on this
team.
This is
well, and the Trojans had a lot of guys over there holding Miami back, but I don't know if something was said or done, but a flag came in. It's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Hayes. I don't know if they grabbed something from him or did something to him late, but it is a flag. I think the Trojans now are talking to the official about an ejection. Miami wanted to go over the sideline. Now, whoever was holding him, I don't know if it was McMillan or someone else, smartly holding him back to not get the double flag, but it is on Hayes, and they'll be kicking out of their end zone. Jay Fulmer deep to receive. Trojans are going to bring all kinds of heat, but the punt is off. It is short. Jay. What? Okay. Sorry, that was bad announcing. My man Ron couldn't see it, and that ball bounced back in his direction. Jay Fulmer, I'm like, Jay, just go catch it. But it is 1st and 10 Trojans, so an awesome job by the defense to stop them right there. Coach Tom Fulmer trying to get a high five from Hodges Smith. He wasn't paying attention, but he did not leave him hanging. Coach Fulmer got the high five. It's just massive. All right, punch it in. All right, 4 receivers set. Tight end Trey Leach split into the slot. It's going to be CC1 up the middle, breaks through, now cuts it to the outside, still going, cuts again to the outside, now powers over for an exciting Trojo 12-yard run by CC1.
Well, that looks more like it, doesn't it?
I love it.
Yeah, that full sequence from the defensive 3 and out to all of a sudden you've got CC1 breaking it to the outside, doing some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah.
That is what we like to see. Let's see if they can convert here. This will be a big one.
Yeah, it will be. All right. It is Coach Napoli did that windshield wiper to Cove, signaling something in. It'll be 1st and 10 Trojans. Cove's going to throw that screen to Ben Hatcher. Ben Hatcher's got it. He's going to have some good yards there. Well, maybe 2. It's going to be 2nd. Trojans, I think, will move quick there. Cove's barking out signals. It's going to be 2nd and 8. It's going to be CC1 up the middle, knifing through. He's going to have about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 Trojans from the 12-yard line. I can do without the PA guy.
Yeah,
it drives me nuts.
It's the Hayes, the whatever stadium we're playing at effect.
Bob Shelton Stadium.
That's Bob Shelton out there.
It could be Bullet Bob Shelton. All right, 3rd and 4 Trojans. It's going to be a keeper for Cove. Cove's going to power through. He's going to have a first down around the 5. I'd give him the 4, but it's going to be a first down, Trojans.
Well, I love that decision there. The defense just bailed out on
totally.
Caleb Krenshaw. Cove takes it himself.
I'm going to say this isn't shock value. We lost 2 yards on the spot. I mean, he fell forward. He's 6'3", 4. He fell forward about the 4. The guy kind of gave him the half spot at the 5, and then the guy spotting the ball put it at the 6. That's just splitting hairs, but 1st and goal from the 6 for the Trojans. Man in motion is Hardiman. It's going to be a give to CC1. He's going to plow through into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. CC1 with a little Trojo.
That's the answer they were looking for, and the answer they got, Wheels. Just a really nice, well-strung drive from plus yardage. A little mix of CC1, some Cove magic.
Yep.
Perfect answer there.
Yeah, I think you brought up a really nice point, which is that fake to CC1 on that pivotal third down, Cove taking it around, getting the first down, and then they've got to respect that, so you run it again and give it to CC1, and he powers through for a 6-yard touchdown.
I think you've got to think about it, too. I mean, every time CC1 gets the ball, especially in those short yardage situations, you know, it's a gain of 3 or 4 at the minimum.
Yeah, Coach Flores next door screamed about something. I had my head down. The kick is good. Speaking of Coach Flores, Coach Bo, 7th grade Murchison Matador 7A took on Small Middle School for the city championship at House Park on Tuesday night. Townsweb at quarterback, Cal Smith at right tackle. Trojans blank Small Middle School 16-0.
Wow.
Your Murchison Matadors are city champ 7A.
When's the parade?
It should be coming because the 8A Matadors took down Goritsky Middle School for the 8th grade city championship. So your Anderson Vertical, Murchison Middle School are dual city champions. Okay, put that in your pipe and smoke it. City of Austin. Well done by Coach Bo, Coach Flores, Coach Vince Humphreys, Pop Warner legend, Coach Oyes, all the Matador coaches. Excellent job as Ospo kicks it real deep all the way down to the 5. Oh, he's got a little room to work with. Get him, Ryan. Oh, boy.
There's a flag back there.
Oh,
at the
good.
35.
I didn't see it.
Thought I saw a hold there.
Yeah. Well, a nice return there. We've seen a bright spot for sure for Hayes has been this kick return unit. That's the punt returner there. But we'll see what the flag is. It's going to be a holding on that. Good call, A-Train. I couldn't even see the flag. It's right there on the down marker. I'm still talking Matador football here.
It's exciting. I mean, it's exciting. Championships at any level.
Championships at any level.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. So it will be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Hayes. All right, good to see Grayson Lake back out there, shoulder held up. All right, it's going to be a give. Nice job of the Trojans immediately in on that one. And they swarm so quick, it is hard to tell who's in there on it. Smith's in there. They're going to give him a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Hayes.
Yeah, well, Anderson running out of that 4-3 base, right? That allows them to stop that inside run with a lot higher frequency.
Yep.
It worked well there.
And it's going to be a give. God, he is quick. Nice job by the Trojans recovering their whistles. It's going to only have about a yard, man. He looks dangerous on a 2-yard carry.
Same sort of shiftiness that CC1 brings,
agreed.
right? He's never just going to be a 1-0
right,
type runner.
That's right. All right, 3rd and 8 here for Hayes. 4:02 left in the second quarter. Anderson leading 14-7. Sure would be good to get a stop here. 3rd and 8. Trojans look to bring pressure. They will. It's going to be screen over the middle. Nice job there. The Riv, you got to give the Riv some credit here, pressuring that quarterback, forcing a low pass on a screen. It was a well-designed play, but not executed, and it will be 4th and 8. Hayes.
I think River Anderson brought out a little bit of that soccer goalie technique, get as wide as possible, try to make that screen as uncomfortable as possible for QB1 over on that end, and did just that.
All right. It's going to be a high punt that Fulmer is going to have a chance on. He's going to dive and catch it. But a nice job. We needed a good 3 and out there with 3:34 left in the 2nd quarter. Trojans will have the ball up 14-7. And another opportunity for this Trojan offense.
Wheels, at the beginning of the broadcast, you talked a little bit about how teams, right, they watch the film and then they usually come out at the start with their best plays targeted at those vacancies, I guess, that they identify on film. And so, you know, Hayes obviously with a rockin' hot start, but all of a sudden it looks like Anderson's kind of come up to the test there.
Yeah. Here's Fulmer in motion. They're going to give it to Fulmer. Fulmer's going to look. He's going to throw it deep all the way down the field, but good coverage there. They were not fooled. Fulmer taking his glove back on. Maybe throw it with the glove, Jay. Trojans with a little try to trick oration. Yeah, you know, you got to give Coach Holcomb credit. Whatever happened on that drive in terms of containment, it looks like he shored up a lot of that for the Trojan defense. All right, 2nd and 10, Trojans from the 42-yard line. Out of the pistol. It's going to be a fake to Caleb Krenshaw. Rolls right. He's got Trey Leach. Go upfield, Trey. Nice job, Trey Leach. He's going to be brought down around the midfield. It's going to be 3rd and 3 yards.
Yeah, and Cove sells the fake really well, too. Really stomps on it. We obviously don't have the instant replay up here. We barely have the stream.
Yeah, we barely have the stream. Soon it comes to the rescue for Vype Live.
Right.
Producer booth.
Shout out Suna. And maybe once we get Starlink in the area, we can work on the telestrator.
All right, out of the pistol, 3rd and 3 from midfield. Cove, that delayed handoff. Krenshaw fighting through. Oh, my gosh, he got a first down on that. CC1. Holy smokes. How did he do that?
Because sometimes the impossible is possible, Wheels.
I mean, he dove forward, and in diving forward, he broke the tackle.
Well, he rushed for 4 yards on 1 foot there. So
CC1, I love you. All right, 1st and 10 Trojans, 2:20 left in the 2nd quarter. Cove's going to look to throw. Oh, he pump fakes, looking, still looking. He's going to fire it. He's got Jay Fulmer for a first down. So a nice job there by Cove for a first down pass to Fulmer, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And the Trojans on the move here.
Yeah, love to see it. Love to see that connection continue to blossom between Cove and Fulmer. Thought maybe he had something downfield there. I think it was Trey Leach.
Yeah, they had. What's crazy is they double-teamed Leach down there. He looked down there, but I didn't spot Fulmer, but he certainly did, in a good pass there by Cove.
I think that's as well, like thinking through your progressions as a quarterback, right? I mean, he's looking for that deep shot. Once he decides he doesn't have it, then he's got Fulmer. He likes the look to Fulmer and just delivers a strike right to him.
Yeah, I think of note in this Hayes, typically a good football program, at the Anderson vertical, we mentioned Murkison earlier, but we have to mention both freshman A and freshman B with victories last night, and the JV Trojans with an exciting final drive. capitalized in that touchdown with 6 seconds left to defeat Hayes at Calhoun Field. All right, here's CC1, cuts it, still going, powers over a guy and gets another first down. CC1, man on a mission. All right, clock will continue to move after they reset the change. 1:52 left. What a run by CC1. It has become the norm this season.
And what's also become the norm are the Trojans operating in plus yardage. They're back from within the 25-yard line.
Here's Cove. Looking. He's going to flip it to Fulmer inside. Fulmer, nice cut, trying to fight off a block or a tackle. He's going to have 2 yards. 28's going to do some self-celebrating for Hayes, but it'll be a pickup of 2. Now the clock is moving, 1:15 now as they reset it, but the clock will stop now as the officials signal something. Now the clock will wind, 1:13 left as the Trojans huddle. 2nd and 9.
3 timeouts here as well for the Trojans,
Yep.
not necessarily in the biggest rush in the world.
Little jump pass, he's got Fulmer. Nice gain there, gets about 7 or 8. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Again, the clock is moving. Trojans moving with a little bit of hesitancy. Is that a word? Can I say that?
It's your broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be CC1. Bounces it outside. Cuts in the right way and is going to have a first down as the clock will stop with 32 seconds. Now, yeah. I was about to tell Radio Down to Coach Hatcher to call that timeout, which he did with 32 seconds left in the half. So good run there by CC1. I'll tell you what he did. You know, he had that run early on where he's going to the outside. He's got a blocker out there, but the defender strung it out. Well, again, this is how smart of a kid he is. Defender tried to do that again. Obviously, they've been coached and not let him get to the outside. And the minute he got outside leverage on our receiver, CC1 cut it as quick as anything and got that 4 extra yards in the first down.
Yeah, it's football IQ right there.
Totally. Somebody said earlier this week, and I agree, it generally, I almost said always, but generally seems that he always makes the right cut or right move. And he does it with authority and fast. All right, 1st and goal, I believe, Trojans. It's going to be a fake. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Keep going. Nothing. All right. Are they going to burn a timeout? There's 22. Burn it. Yeah, they will. It's going to be a loss of 5. They tried to get it out to Kyler Sharp in space, but he was met immediately. So it's going to be 18 seconds left. 2nd and goal from the 15 for Anderson.
Yeah, tried to get a little cute there.
Yeah.
On the screenplay, but read well from that Hayes defense. And now you got 20 seconds. I mean, you still have a time.
You got 1 timeout remaining, which does lend to, I mean, from the 50 and take shots in the end zone, obviously that shouldn't pose any time risk, but you could also try something over the middle, short of the end zone, if you see it there. But it is 2nd and goal from the 15. Trips to the far side of the field. Here's Cove looking. Oh, he's got CC1, but it's tipped. Oh, he almost caught it. Cove throwing off the opposite side. He had CC1 on a well-designed play and just didn't put enough on it.
Yeah, I was wondering what they were going to do with all that field there. And you saw CC1 move in motion, and originally I thought he was going to lay down a block, and I was like, oh my God, they're going to let him run it. But Yeah, just going to have to convert from here now. But the good thing is didn't have to use a timeout there.
Yeah. 12 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd and goal, Trojans. Here's Cove looking. A lot of pressure. Cove breaks containment. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to hit Leach there. But a nice job by Hayes bringing a lot of pressure immediately. Good job by Cove to get escape pressure and
get an
incompletion, which makes the field goal more manageable. But it's going to be 4th and goal with 6 seconds left in the half. Ryan Osbo is going to be on to kick here, the senior. Osbo, it's going to be a 32-yard attempt from the right hash. There are whistles and a flag down, and I think it's going to be a delay game. No, I think we're going to get the timeout. Good job there by Coach Hatcher, seeing that play clock wind down. You know, sometimes they start that play clock a little quick for your kicking team to get on the field, but it will be a 32-yard attempt for Osbo with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Trojans leading 14-7.
Osbo just 4 field goal attempts this year, but these are important reps for him, especially you look ahead to other close games that they'll be playing
100%.
this season and the postseason.
It's
His
massive.
leg is going to be a huge asset for these Trojans.
All right, 6 seconds left. Here's Osbo to kick, 32-yard attempt. It's a good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Kick is perfect. Well executed by the senior, 28, Ryan Osbo. Plenty of leg, straight down the middle, and a true field goal for Anderson, who takes the lead 17-7. So this is a matter of Coach Hatcher going and talking to the kick coverage unit saying, guys, just bring him down.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Osbo hammers it down the middle, low line drive. What's he going to do?
Yeah, I think maybe one of those,
What do you want him to do, Coach?
I want him to kick this into the back of the end zone, but I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I almost think sometimes kick it out of bounds. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you kick it out of bounds, they have a play, but you're forcing them to.
I think the pooch kicks have been successful in limiting those major explosive returns.
Right.
You don't let the play develop as much.
Right.
But I think he's going.
He's going to try to kick it out of the end zone. Nice job, 28. I mean,
right.
if you do that, then I'm good, because that is a well executed and a big leg, showing all the college recruiters he does have the leg. Good job, Ryan Osbo. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Because now I'm playing like a coward over here, want him to kick it out of bounds, but that saves you 10 yards, and it's going to force them to either try to do something silly and risk a pick six, or just take a knee and take it into half. We'll see what they do here. Looks like they are in the formation to take a knee and take this to half. They will take a knee. Matthias, the sophomore, a little bit of pressure.
Playing it to the whistle.
Playing through the whistle. And that'll take us to halftime as the Trojans lead 17-7. Coach Hatcher out there giving the team the pep talk, as we've got some dead air here on the screen. And there's Coach Hatcher talking to the team, as he does every halftime, gives them a little word before they go in, get some water, and kind of regroup. So we will get the Anderson Bell performance in their Halloween costumes, and we will get the Anderson Band performance, and then we will be back. Perhaps we might have a special guest come for an interview. We will let you know when that happens. When the Hayes Band performs, we'll do it through, and then A-Train and I will recap the first half of play, but we will return in probably 14 or 15 minutes. Enjoy this performance by the Trojan Bells and Trojan Band.
Taking the field for your halftime entertainment, the award 2025-2026 Anderson High School Trojan Bells Dance Team, Trojan Band. Trojan Bells are under the direction of Mrs. Taylor and Ms. Hayes Harkins. The Bell officers are sophomore lieutenant Annie Hutchinson, sophomore lieutenant Olivia Ruby, first lieutenant Taylor Watson, captain leading the grounds. Social officers Celeste Lannister, Peachy Brooks, Celeste Bartelli, Bentley Truss. The Bell of the week is Peachy Brooks. Officer's choice was Avery Miller. Tonight, the Bells are excited to perform dazzling skirt routine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Trojan Bells. also like to thank the following businesses for their time-to-love sponsorship. Austin's Healthy Dental Credit, Dell Technologies, DMT Construction, Brooks Johnson, and Keenan Group Campus Real Estate. Northwest Austin, your 2025 Trojan Marching Band. Drum majors for the Trojan Band are Carolyn Biggs, Steve Santiago, Ethan Kaufman, and Marley Overton. Band president is Alex Gerlach, and the vice president is Steve Seidel. The Trojan Band section of the lead is The Bonds. Members of the week are John Tiernan, Evan Buchanan Crawford, Zoe Wessels, and Luke. Freshman David Williams. Anderson Band and Bells would like to wish the Hawk Band good luck in their 2025 season. Tonight, the Trojan Band will perform their 2025 competitive show entitled Run. Ladies and gentlemen, Trojan Band. Mr. Daddy's
All right. All right, welcome back. That was a great performance by your Anderson Trojan marching band, the pride of Northwest Austin, and the Anderson Bells in their Halloween attire. As always, they're great. Well, it's halftime. Trojans lead 17-7 in Hayes. We've got about 13 minutes left till the kickoff of the second half, but I've got a very special guest in the booth right now, AISD legend, Coach Shannon Krenshaw. Welcome, Coach.
How you doing, Will? It's nice to be up in here.
Well, let me say this. Let's talk about your career. I've got two things for you. I saw on Instagram last night a pass you caught kind of out of the wingback position to win a ball game, and the only crime of it was your dance in the end zone they didn't fully capture. But that was a big moment in AISD history.
Yeah, that was huge. That was the LBJ and Reagan game back in I believe that was 1994. But yeah, we were down the whole game 20. I think they got out on us 21-0, and then we came back. We won with that pass I caught right there. That was to put us up for the game, and we actually ended up winning.
That one of the great rivalries in all of Austin, that Reagan LBJ game, man, it meant a lot, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It was always a big time game. That was just something every year we look forward to it because we know that was our little crosstown rival.
Yep.
And the game, it would always be so loud, and and it was big time, and you get to show out in front of the whole city. It seemed like
it was big time and led to your college career. And then what led you into being a coach for so many in Austin, a legend?
Well, I mean, it was just. That was way. So when my playing years were over with, but I always wanted to be close to the game. And so when I went to college, I was like, let me just go into the teaching field. That way I could get certified to be a coach, and that way I could just put my all into these young kids, and because they got so much potential. And it's like I know talent when I see it, so I just wanted to be close to the game, coach, and just do what I can for all these young men that I've met in the process.
Yeah, and you think about all the kids you've been around with, associated, known, mentored, helped, and you watch them go and play and have success not only on the field but in life. That's got to be rewarding.
Yeah, it's definitely rewarding just to see those guys. They work so hard. They listen to what I had to say. They bought into my programs, and it's just a blessing just to see these young guys thrive in the way that they are, playing on these big stages. I mean, some in the NFL, all over college, still kids here in Austin in high school.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now let's get to the meat of this interview. What's it feel like to be the father of the best running back in the state of Texas?
Oh, man, it's an awesome feeling. It's exciting. I mean, he's been playing. I coached him starting out when he was 4 years old. And just to see the grind that he's been on, the journeys that he's been on, is just like, it's amazing to see all of his hard work just come pouring out on his field, and the success that he's having over here in this program is just like it's indescribable.
Yeah, A-Train and I talk about this almost every broadcast because you see it translate on the field, but if you follow his Instagram, watching his workouts and how he works on his footwork, and to watch him take that and translate it to the field, I've never seen anybody else do that. Run like he runs.
He worked hard. He had a great trainer this summer. He had some great sessions that he was putting in. Shout out to Baby Dion Collins. That's who was training him this summer. I just told him like, hey, he needs some new things, some new aspects to his game. So like he's the cutting, like the how he's going in and out the holes, the acceleration after he gets the ball, and then he's out in the open. Like, I mean, it's just like you said, it's amazing to see because he put in so much work this summer. Baby D trained him very hard, and it's just like the hard work is definitely paying off. It's relaying over to his gameplay.
For sure, and I think one thing, we talked about it even in the first half, his IQ on those runs, his decision making, and his commitment once he sees the hole or his cutback. I don't know if you can coach that. I mean, obviously, student of the game and having you as a dad helps, but that IQ is something you rarely see.
Yeah, and that comes with, I mean, like you said, it's really hard to coach it up, but you can talk about it a whole lot. And what comes with having an IQ is like the most important thing we talk about is having vision. You know, eyes open, using peripheral, making sure making sure you know exactly where you are on the field, where everybody else is, and that helps out with speed because he understands how to read the defense, pre-snap read, and he knows how to place himself in positions so he can be successful. So vision, scoping everything out, that's really the key to everything.
Yeah, for sure. And what's your take on the first half overall for Anderson? What do we need to do in the second half here?
The second half, you know what I'm going to say. We need to go run. We need to run this ball.
I love it. Come on, Coach Z. We'll radio that down to him.
We need to run this ball. We need to get CC1 rolling, baby.
We got to get CC1 rolling. Well, I will say this. In the first half, he had a run to the outside, and credit to the Hayes defender who kind of strung it out, and he got yards, but they made it. But on that crucial third down here in the second quarter, he saw that defender trying to string that run out, and he made a quick cut on it, got the first down, and he later punched it in for a touchdown. But I agree with you. Let's stop getting cute, Coach Z. Run the damn ball. Gee. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the line been doing a good job all year. But I mean, you know, Cove, we still got to get in situations to where, you know, Cove is comfortable with the passing game.
Yeah.
Of course, eventually we going to get teams that's going to be really good, that's going to be stingy, trying to load the box up. So we need to go ahead and get that passing game crispy. But, you know, when it's a tough game and tight like this, go low, reliable. Let CC1 run that game.
CC1 run the ball. I'll tell you what, you know, you mentioned that. That's a good point. And, you know, even against Lehman, you come out throwing, and it's kind of like, well, we don't need to. I told somebody that week, we could give the ball to CC1 30 times and win 80-0. You know, he would have run for 400 yards. But obviously this team, they're so together, and they want to play not only in early October, they want to play throughout November and really do some damage here in the state playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he came into the game today, you know, like y'all talk about it, you know, like a couple of times, maybe probably once a game that with the outside shot he had at the record. So he came into the game tonight needing 489 yards. So we just trying to just stay steady, Eddie, like you say. The linemen, they got faith in them. They want to see them do it too. So, like, they willing to pound the ball. I know that's what they want to do. But I mean, whatever we got to do to get the victory, we doing it well as a team.
That's exactly right. Well, you hit the nail on the head. Again, he does have a very good shot at that AISD record, a historic record, and a real tribute to him as an athlete, student athlete here in AISD. But I do think the good news, you know him better than anybody. I don't care if it's 2 minutes left in a ball game. He's running like he does in the first quarter. There's no wearing him down. With the load he's had this year, it's nothing. Great conditioning. That's his dad. That's his dad right now. You go take him if you need to.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we work, though. We work. I mean, like, he has no days off. As soon as the football season is over with, he goes and works out. I mean, he'll take like a week off, but, I mean, clean into Thanksgiving, right on into Christmas. He's out there with his personal trainer, Eric, and you know, he's taking care of Caleb's body since he's been in like the 6th grade. He's awesome. He's the best trainer around, and he does everything possible to make sure that Caleb is prepared every time he comes into a season.
Does he work with guys who graduated high school in the 90s?
He just listened to him.
Okay, good. That's good.
He just listened to him.
Well, I think you bring up a good point, and I think any kid who watches him, CC1, play needs to understand he doesn't just come out here and it turns on automatically. You've mentioned it multiple times, but the work he does throughout the year is one of the main reasons he's the back who is today.
Definitely, I agree with you. And he wants it. Like, he's always wanted to be strong. He always worked out with, like, just like he chasing the record right now. Like, Cedric Alexander has the record.
Yep.
The kid, that's the great running back that's over at Vanderbilt right now. and he's always always set the stage for him, set the bar high as possible, and he's always since day one. That's the guy that he picked, that he wanted to model his game after. He wanted to go chase all of his accolades. So it's important. He's never satisfied. He's always hungry for more, and he always feel like he can get better, and he's going to work his butt off no matter what.
Yeah, and again, tough, strong, fast, great moves, great IQ, about as complete a back. I said it, and I mean it. I think he is the most complete and best running back in the state of Texas, and I think he's not only going to have a great rest of the season here at Anderson, he's going to be a dynamic college running back.
Say it, Will. Say it.
Come on.
Speak it into fruition.
Seriously.
Baby. Speak it up, baby. Because, like, we waiting right now.
Yeah.
We waiting right now. And I know this is a worldwide broadcast, so all you college coaches that's out here following this broadcast, hey, number one, CC1, Caleb Krenshaw, the best running back in the class of 26. Can't nobody mess with him in the state of Texas. So if you want a complete back, man, come get him. He right here in Austin, Anderson.
I'll tell you what.
Go for you too, Saul.
That's right. Well, hey, I'm telling you, somebody's going to be mighty unhappy that CC1 ran for 175 against him in a loss. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, why didn't I get that kid out of Austin,
for real.
Anderson? So he's gonna do good things. And again, you couldn't ask for a better kid in the classroom, a better representative of your high school or university. And Austin Anderson's lucky to have him.
Yeah,
and lucky to have the
that.
Crenshaw family.
I appreciate that. It's truly been a blessing to come over here and be part of this. It's exciting. It's second to none. I mean, it's just big time. The coaching, everything, the parents, the families, they welcomed us with open arms, and it's been great. I knew Coach Hatcher from in the past. We coached together back at LBJ, and it was just like, I mean, it was destiny. If I knew if he was gonna have a chance at breaking that record, which we breathing down his neck.
Breathing
right
down
now,
the neck.
We had to get over here with a system like this, with a coach like Hatcher, be part of this. Trojo CC1. I don't know when he got infected with Trojo, but it's gonna keep going. But it's been a great run, a great team, a great player. Look at him, he's down there in the end zone right there. He ready to go.
God,
right
boy,
now.
if I could, what would you do if you could do those kicks right now? I mean, I'd be at a orthopedic surgeon's tomorrow, or unbelievable. Well, it's sure been fun watching them and watching this team. They're so close. That senior class is really close, and we're hoping for a good second half, but
yeah, I think they just scratching the surface, man.
Yeah.
I think they finding themselves each week. They putting more and more together, and it's it's coming along the way that it should be.
Yeah, Coach Bo just entered the booth. Coach Bo,
So,
we talked about it earlier. Double champions, Merckson Matadors, city champ,
Yes,
7A and 8A. Coach Bo, one of the great play callers in the history of football right here. Boy, he'll make you pay. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, go throw 4 or 5 in on the script down there for this half.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Shannon. This was a great interview. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you, too.
Hey, if we turn it on with about 40 in the second half, we're going to have you back.
Yeah, we'll be ready to roll. They finna come out here and take care of their business. But I just want to say thank you. It's a pleasure listening to you every week, and the love that you show for my son is exciting, and we really truly appreciate it as a family.
Well, he's easy to root for. The Crenshaw family's always been easy to root for, and we'll always be fans.
For sure. I appreciate that.
All right, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime, Will.
All right. We're on to the second half. Great interview.
Thank you.
CC1's dad. He's really officially making the transfer from Austin legend Shannon Crenshaw to just CC1's dad, which he'll take it. He'll take it. He's tired of signing autographs all over Austin, and he's ready just to be a dad. Well, again, the city of Austin's had great tradition, great high school football for years, and certainly a thrill when you get one of the, quote, I forgot to ask him about Eddie Joseph's supposed tackle on Shannon Krenshaw in the 94 Anderson LBJ game, but I think there would have been a different story, Eddie, with Coach Krenshaw in here. But a great family, a great Anderson family, the Crenshaws, and we're on for the second half. A-Train, what do you think? What do we got to do?
Well, first off, I need to figure out where he got that Trojan jersey.
That's unbelievable.
Oh my! I mean, I don't.
So good.
Number one, obviously for CC1.
Right.
Oh man! All right. Well, got to figure that out after the game.
Yep.
As far as the second half goes, let's build off some of the momentum we kind of took there at the end of the first, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you started out, you punted a couple of times, right? You let the Hayes offense kind of go down the field, run the ball sort of down your throat, mixing and matching through those edges. And then in that second quarter, you come out and, you know, the defense starts to find it. You get a 3-and-out. Defense turns to offense. You have good starting field position, go down, score a touchdown. Defense comes back out, another 3-and-out. You go down the field, you kick a field goal, right? Let's keep that train kind of rolling. Keep that same alignment, right? Because all of a sudden, new half of football, right? Hayes coming out. They know they're hanging around a little bit more than they maybe even initially thought. And so you got to extinguish that light from their eyes.
And I think you bring up a great point, A-Train. Boy, that second quarter, momentum, everything, Anderson really just solidified everything they wanted to do and did offensively and defensively and really took charge of it. And you want that momentum to continue. Now, I do, and I think everybody in Trojo Nation has a lot of confidence in Coach Holcomb, Coach Z, and Coach Hatcher and this entire coaching staff that corrections were made after that first drive. It seems like that always defensively, this defense, you know, Coach Shannon brought it up just a minute ago. It always seems like they respond well. They did, and kudos to the offense on getting a drive after that tie to take the lead and now leading 17-7 as we enter this second half.
Yeah, incredibly encouraging to see those adjustments made. I mean, you know, it's only a guess as to how those exactly were really implemented, the messaging they're getting on the sideline there. But at the end of the day, right, you saw that contain start to take place. You saw the run gains start to diminish a little bit, and so you got to think something that was said worked.
Yeah, for sure. Again, we've mentioned it a long time. You've got Coach Hatcher, and then you've got Coach Holcomb. Coach Z have been here every year of the Hatcher tenure here at Anderson, all 4 years. They've been with the seniors since they were freshmen. So the continuity, the communication, the play calls, the adjustments, all very familiar to all these Trojans as Osbo set to kick to open the second half. Ball down. We don't. Hopefully, we don't need Brady to come over and hold it.
Good thing they've got the reps in that department.
Yeah, they do. All right, here is Osbo to kick. Will kick it high down the middle. Going to be gathered about the 25. Spinning return, a nice return there. Alan Sue, the dude, in there with a big hit. But the return out to about the 35-yard line, 36-yard line rather. Senior Alan Sue. Been on special teams on that kick coverage unit since his sophomore year. Always ready to get in there and deliver a lick. So it'll be 1st and 10. Hayes from their 36-yard line.
Yeah, and it's that lethal combo, 16 and 6 there in the backfield. Those are the two guys you keep all your eyes on.
Yep. All right. It's going to be a keeper up the middle. He's going to be wrapped up right there after a minimal gain. Nice job of the Trojan defense. Longoria spinning off there, but host of Trojans in there. McMillan. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Trojan defense not fooled there on the zone read keeper. Man in motion coming across. It's going to be a give up the middle. Nice job, Zach Ceselak. Boy, he got that arm out there, and that was that dangerous you were talking about when he pops it to the outside. But Ceselak, the junior, with a nice tackle.
Yeah, and it took a really nice initial push from that defensive line, and Ceselak just fought off that block, didn't allow them to secure the edge, and I mean, he's been doing bicep curls clearly.
Clearly.
Kind of took him down with one arm.
All right, 3rd and 8 here on the initial drive by Hayes of the second half. 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Looking, he's going to fire it deep. Oh boy, it's going to be caught. And a nice pass there. But a big gainer there for Hayes. Again, the Trojans, to some degree, gambling with one-on-one coverage on the outside, obviously loading the box. But that Rowan Erickson was step for step, but that pass just flew down right into the hands of that receiver, and it is a 1st down Hayes.
Yeah, that's the first real instance where we've seen Wright just kind of let one rip way downfield and they convert.
He's going to keep it himself, but the Trojans will be there for a no gain or a loss. Middleton in there. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line.
Yeah, this red zone defense has been a strong suit for the Trojans so far this year. And so I think a big part of it, too, is how you respond after those large plays to get the offense to that point.
All right, man is in motion. It's going to be a give to him, sweeping around the wide side. There's a hold. They didn't call it, but it will be a gain of about 2. It looked a lot more dangerous than it ended up. Longoria with the tackle. It looks like they had a jersey of Rowan Erickson, but no call there. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Hayes.
Remember, Anderson blocked a field goal earlier in this game, so a stop here makes a huge decision for Hayes.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire it. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be a 1st down Hayes.
Yeah, I thought Erickson had a really good look at that one, too. Somehow and we had a good angle on that.
Yeah, we did.
From this seat, too, but somehow found its way into sweet spot for the receiver.
All right, 1st and 10 Hayes from inside about the 4-yard line of Anderson. It's 1st and goal. It's going to be a give up the middle. Nowhere going. Middleton in there. Mr. Clean in there. It's going to be no gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4.
Yeah, and you got to continue to pad those A and B gaps, right? You got to force them into those uncomfortable throws, which, you know, they're 2 for 2.
Yeah, they are.
But again, you got to trust your DBs in those situations. Got to hope that things kind of turn for the better in that sense.
All right, 2nd and goal from the 4. Man in motion. It is going to be a give up. Oh boy, what a hit there, McMillan. Nice job there. by Liam McMillan. Coming from the edge from his linebacker / nickel position and just popping the running back there. It'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and goal, or actually a loss of 3. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 7.
Yeah, really great vision there from McMillan, getting to the backfield, picked up the correct read. I mean, we talk about it all the time on the offensive side of the ball with CC1, but McMillan getting way back there, disrupting that play completely.
All right, 3rd and goal from the 7. Play being relayed in by Hayes. Trojans look like they're going to bring pressure. They do from the outside. It's going to be a touchdown to the tight end. I mean, the Trojans brought all kinds of pressure. Their guys all over it. And a perfect strike by the Hayes quarterback for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say there?
I don't know. It was unbelievable. I mean,
a really nice possession all around and great quarterback play. Miami Riley, I think, felt he was held. So.
I mean, a perfect strike, and Grayson Lake right on that tight end right there. But a diving catch and a touchdown. All right, slow snap, but the kick is up and the kick is good. And a big drive by the Hayes Hawks to make this a 17-14 ball game.
Yeah, well, you know, you're kind of looking at a first half situation here.
Yep, you are.
You got to respond
the same
way. Same way. I think a 4+ minute drive, stretch the field, use CC1, get this defense a little bit of rest, and get back out there.
Yeah, for sure. Time for the Anderson Trojans to answer here. But that big play over the top led to I swear the Anderson defense does make it tough, though. I mean, you're going to have to eke out. I mean, we saw it in the consolidated game. I mean, you got to, if you're playing against Anderson's defense, you're going to have to convert a lot of third downs, and they did there.
Yeah, they've been fairly successful in third down so far, and especially so in the red zone.
I think the Trojan defense had a good call there on that third down play. They were bringing pressure. I think Smith was spying and came hard, and he released it right there and got it as the kick goes out of the end zone. There is wind here that I think is helping moving. Yeah, south to north, that's right. It'll be interesting, I think, in the fourth quarter when the Trojans have that wind. Look for Osbo to kick it out of the end zone. Hayes has been dangerous on their returns all game, getting good field position, but here's the Trojan offense to start out the second half, their first of the second half. Cove's going to hand it to CC1 straight up the middle, still running, and that's going to be a first down all the way to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, CC1 fired out of a cannon, looking like those pavement trucks when they're
I like it.
Paving fresh cement.
All right, it's a quick snap there. CC1, a lot of patience, trying to cut. He's going to have about 3 yards there.
I think he was a shoestring away from breaking that to the outside and having a whole lot of daylight as well.
Yeah, the Trojans moved quick after that initial first down. It'll be 2nd and 8 here for Anderson. 5:38 left in the third quarter. Trojans lead 17-14 over Hayes. Looking to throw is Cove. He's going to fire it over there. He's got Jay Fulmer sliding for the first down. So it will be a first down around the 50-yard line. Good pass on the run by Cove Derbyshire.
Yeah, good route. Fulmer almost got tangled up there with Thomason, able to stay on his feet and reel that one in for the first down.
All right, out of the pistol, Hugh Hakes in the backfield, flanking Cove. Cove's going to turn. He's going to fake it, flare it out there to Hugh Hakes. Hugh Hakes running. He's going to have about 5 to 6 yards. Good little play action pass to Hakes, kind of out of that hybrid fullback, wingback, H-back position.
Yeah, Hakes starting to play a bigger role in this offense. He's been blocking, which is huge for these receivers, but also starting to rake in a few more catches now. He's over 50 yards through the air for the Trojans, so good to see Hakes kind of emerge as an option here.
All right, out of the pistol, Hakes now in motion. It's going to be a turn. It's going to be a fake to CC1. He's going to flare it over there. Hakes has got it. That's another first down for the Trojans. So Trojans working that play action offense. They're going to move quick here as a first down to the 32-yard line.
And I think motion's been working really well for them as well, keeping this defense on their toes. Hakes obviously moving across the field and then all the way back to his original starting side.
It's going to be CC1 up the middle. There goes CC1 down to the 10, 5, all the way down to the 1, and you call it shot out of a cannon. CC1. Trojans moving quickly all the way down inside the 1. They're going to move quickly again.
Yeah, not much to say there, Wheels. I mean, that's what we've all come to know and expect. Caleb Krenshaw, that's what he does. He's what he's about to do again.
Now it's going to be Cove. Cove's going to dive in for a touchdown. It's effective, and I think a well done drive by the Anderson Trojans, taking it down the field for a touchdown. 75-yard drive. A good mix, a good job by Cove, a good job by CC1 on some chunk yardage runs, and a touchdown as the Trojan offense answers.
Yeah, beautiful job there from the Trojan offense. Didn't take them long either, just over 2 minutes on that drive, but really felt like they kind of ran the field unopposed for the most part.
Osbo's kick is good. Trojans lead 24-14 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So, how about this? Let's get some good coverage on this return.
Yeah, I think if you can win the field position battle, you can make the job for your defense a heck of a lot easier. And it forces a lot of those huge throws like what they got on that last drive, but I mean those are relatively few and far between, right? You gotta force them to make those plays, and so yeah, win the field possession battle for sure. Okay,
what do you think about the fit today? I heard this. No, my fit's great with the Trojo cricket shirt, but the white shirts with the gray pants, road unis. I knew this was coming. I heard Coach Hatcher spill the beans talking to the seniors about it.
I'm a fan. It screams road game.
Yeah, it does.
And I think it looks good with the pink socks as well.
I do too. Pink out game, breast cancer awareness. Now, I will say this too. I think we've retired the yellow helmets for the year.
Way.
Yeah. I mean, the pop-off, Jay Fulmer, Hodges Smith, double pop-off, and the strap completely came undone.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything about it.
Yeah. All right. He's going to pooch it high in the middle. He's going to be caught around the 20. Still going. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, nice job, Logan Gephardt. I love you. I love you, Logan. Diving stop there. Now, I will say this. The Trojan kick unit, lots of guys down there kind of in the area, slowing him down. So a pretty good job, umbrella type coverage. Chuck Healing was down there, almost got him wrapped up. And just when you thought he may break it, Logie, diving save there. So a good job.
Big play last week as well.
Yeah, big touchdown. All right, 1st and 10 from the 30. Empty backfield. Man in motion now is 6. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Looking to get to the outside. He will not get there, and a nice job there. Cesalak again with the initial containment and the Riv, and lots of Trojans in there. Good sportsmanship there by Miami. I think settling whatever happened earlier in the game with the personal foul and sportsmanlike against Hayes.
It's a professional out there.
Profesh. All right, 3:16 left. It'll be 2nd and 12, Hayes. It's going to be a give up the middle. Nice job by Longoria coming up from the safety position with a hard hit. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Hayes.
Yeah, so these are those long yardage situations, those long 3rd downs. That's where you need to step up big. Can't allow those big plays. Maybe bring some pressure.
Yeah, and they've alternated here and there with that pressure. It'll be interesting to see if Smith comes or McMillan bringing any of these linebackers for Anderson. 3rd and 8. Looks like McMillan is coming from the outside. Almost getting him, but he gets wide. Oh, boy. Oh, he's going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and 1. McMillan almost had him. It'll be decision time here. 4th and 1 for Hayes from their own 39-yard line. Now, the quarterback looks like his helmet popped off. He's down, so there's a new quarterback coming in the game. 4th and 1. Trojan fans are on their feet, wanting a stop here. But it'll be 4th and 1, and they look like they're going to go for it, and the Trojans look like they're going to bring some heat. Nope. No, he's going to throw it deep, looking for a man. He is incomplete, but let's see.
I think the Trojans might have jumped outside their wheels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is going to be a 1st down. That hard count for Hayes will trigger a 1st down.
Yeah, you put yourself in the mind of one of those guys out there. You know they're backup quarterbacks in the game.
Yeah.
You're thinking the run. I'm thinking the run. Everyone's thinking the run. And that hard count, it'll get you.
It'll get you. All right. 1st and 10, Hayes from the 39. It's going to be give up the middle. Nice job there by the Riv. Strong hands. Going to be a stop for a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 9, Hayes from their 45-yard line. .127 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and Hayes not acting like they're in an immediate rush out here.
All right, 2nd and 9. It's going to be a reverse coming around the other side. Oh, boy. It's going to be a big gainer there all the way down to about the 39-yard line. So a nice call by the Hayes Hawks. Getting wide, and it will be a 1st down to the Trojan 39-yard line.
And that's the issue that can present itself when you've had such a hard time bringing down a running back like that on the edge is that once he gets there, you sort of buy into that movement, then all of a sudden they hit you with the reverse.
Yep.
It can be costly, but thankfully not the largest gain we've seen tonight.
It's going to be 1st and 10, Hayes. Give up the middle. He's got a little room to work with. He's going to have about 4. It'll be 2nd and call it 5 yards for Hayes. Has 35 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. You're right about this, A-Train, boy. They are not moving fast.
No, taking their time. Looks like they may only get one play out to the end of this quarter here.
All right, man in motion. They're going to give it to 30. He's going to cut back and have a few yards. It'll be 3rd and, I believe, as Smith makes the tackle there. That will be the last play of the 3rd quarter and into the 4th. I think it's going to be 3rd and 5. I think Smith got him for no gain. It will be Anderson with a 24-14 lead. Hayes on the move, but a pivotal 3rd and 5 for Hayes from the 35-yard line of Anderson.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest plays of the game tonight, Wheels.
Yep.
3rd down, too far outside field goal range, most likely. They're going to have to pick up something. Got to think it's 2-down territory.
Yeah.
So that's the mindset you got to bring defensively as well.
Yeah, you do, because obviously going for it from their own 39-yard line, Hayes looking to go for it again here as we begin the start of the 4th quarter. Anderson will have the wind in the 4th quarter. We'll see if that, I don't know that it's the bolstering wind, but as we begin the 4th quarter, it will be 3rd and 4. Hayes from the 34-yard line of Anderson.
Well, here we go. Big stop needed.
Man in motion. It's going to be a turn and a little screen pass. It's going to be incomplete. So it will be a pivotal 4th and 5 for Hayes. So decision time. It looks like they will remain in the game and go for this. So,
and this is where, so far tonight, we've seen them get the most creative. We've seen those fakes. Quarterback runs out to the outside, but then there's a receiver downfield.
Yep.
And that option is still available. This is where the defense has to really buckle down, make this guy uncomfortable.
All right, McMillan's going to bring heat, running wide. He's going to throw it. Is he going to have a first down? He is. Wow. Oh, boy, McMillan a little shaken up there. McMillan bringing all kinds of heat there, but a nice run on the 4th down conversion. Allen Sue into the game for McMillan. It'll be 1st and 10. Hayes. Man in motion. It's going to be a give running wide. Nice job there by the Trojan defense. Wow. Cesalak over there.
Yeah, he has dominated that edge all night, Wheels. Really has given that left tackle a headache all night and has honestly saved the Trojans a whole bunch of headaches, keeping that edge safe over there.
That's going to be a loss of 2 there. That containment's so key against this Hayes defense.
Bennett right in the game now as well.
Yeah, Bennett in for Matthias. Bennett's played a whole lot for this Trojans at defensive tackle. All right, there's going to be a timeout. Hayes here. 2nd and 12. McMillan getting a ton of water over there. So the hope is it's a bit of a cramp. He's going to get on the bike. I could insert a joke about him not knowing how to ride a bike.
Yeah. Well, he's figuring it out.
Yeah, it's stationary. So it looked like he may have gotten a little Charlie horse or a but he did hydrate, and maybe it's the calf sleeve.
Could be.
A little tight.
But I feel like the calf sleeve, it's a source of strength as well.
Yeah, now he looks fine. Let's go. Put the helmet on. All right. 2nd and 12. He is getting the helmet. All right, 2nd and 12. Hayes from the 34-yard line. Going to be a play action, looking to throw, throws it over the middle. It is incomplete. So a nice job there by the Trojans. Miami and Alan Sue in there on good coverage.
Yeah, really nice coverage, Alan Sue. Way to fill in there for McMillan, who's now making his way back into the game. Cecilak as well, bringing some heavy heat on the other side.
Yeah, Alan Sue, the dude, lots of football, tons of football experience, and a good job in coverage. Miami as well. So it will be 3rd and 12. Hayes from the 33-yard line of Anderson.
Yeah, and let's keep a close eye on this matchup on the bottom of our screen here. They've liked that just long sideline route.
Yeah, looking to throw. Looking over there, he's pummeled. Oh, nice job, Tate Haynes. Max Middleton got a great shot in there, brought a lot of pressure, and Tate Haynes, great coverage downfield. It'll be 4th and 12, Hayes. It looks like the kick unit will come on, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those are receivers. They are receivers.
I would love if the kick unit came on.
All right, it's going to be 4th and 12 here for Hayes.
All right, big chance here for this defense. 4 receivers set. They've got that dual look in the backfield there. They're going to use a timeout here.
Yeah, that's their second of the second half, I believe. Yeah, it is, and they will be down to their last timeout here with 10:23 left in the 4th quarter. Hayes has burned 2 timeouts on this drive alone. But a good chance for the Anderson defense to catch their breath, get hydrated. It'll be interesting to see if we bring pressure. We've had major success doing it, and then we've also gotten burned a little bit doing it.
Right, and it's the question of who do you bring in that pressure. Because obviously another person that you send across the line of scrimmage is one more receiver left uncovered.
That's right.
And that's, it's been a little bit of an issue, right, when they've broken to the outside and
that's it.
Kind of found a little pooch down in the middle of the field, right?
And sometimes when they've brought it from the outside, the quarterback with a good athlete, good speed, has gotten outside of that outside rush. All right, 4th and 12, major play here in the 4th quarter for Anderson. 4th and 12, Hayes from the 33-yard line. Trojans not going to bring pressure, but a good rush from the outside. He's going over the top, and it's going to be incomplete. Excellent job by the Anderson defense to get a big-time stop. Alex and Gory, great coverage there. Kudos to that D-line. I held your hand there. That got a little
Well,
weird.
it was
a high five.
a backwards dab up.
Yeah, it's a kind of a dad move.
Hodges cheats as you had to dab someone.
Terrible.
Come on.
All right, well, great job by that Trojan D-line. Bennett right in there, but really good outside pressure by Middleton and Cesalak, forcing that throw, and Trojans did not bring pressure, and a good call there by Bo Holcomb because we had great coverage.
Yeah, the pocket totally disappeared, nowhere to go. Had to just kind of lob that one up, and great coverage. That's the perfect defensive stop right there.
Nice job, CC1 there on a run that looked like he was going to get 2 yards and ended up getting 5 or 6. Oh, big stop there by the Trojan D. We're at the 10-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Trojans lead 24-14, but the Trojan D coming up with a massive stop there on 4th and 12. Alex Longoria, the senior safety, on great coverage. All right, it's going to be another give to CC1. Bakes it to the outside, and he's got a first down and out of bounds. And a good start to this drive by the Trojan offense.
Yeah, I'm going to try to start calling this out more often, but Hugh Hakes, again, with another key block, helping pave the way there for CC1. I mean, the receivers that block on some of these run plays are essential.
Yeah, Hugh Hakes is junior, but in 7-on-7 in Abilene, Texas, it was quite hot of a day this summer. Did not want to put on sunscreen.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. All right, here's CC1. It's going to be a reverse to Fulmer. Fulmer does get outside. Good blocking downfield. He's going to be, how about a flag? We didn't get one. All right, good job by Jay getting almost back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, boy. Cove was downfield blocking. Comes up a little gimpy. The clock does stop with 9:30 left. It'll be 2nd and 11. Trojans. So there was definitely some defensive linemen in that backfield stunned at that play. Here's Cove looking to pass. He's going to flare it over there. Jay Fulmer is going to be brought down on a nice open field tackle. Just threw it a little behind Jay there.
Yeah, trying to lead him towards the outside, get a couple extra yards, but said it'll be 3rd down here.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 9 Trojans from the 40-yard line. First down here, to say the least, would be massive as we're at the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Anderson using their sweet time. They're going to use
for
all
sure.
of this play clock.
Absolutely.
The clock dips beneath 9 minutes here.
All right, there's going to be trips to the high side of the field. Here's Cove looking, whistles, and a flag down. Going to be a false start on Anderson, and it will be 3rd and about 13 for Anderson.
And the best thing you can do for yourself right now is just not turn the ball over. No fumbles, no picks. The reaction when I said that was immediate. And
they'll reset the play clock here with 8:33 left. The clock will wind. Might as well take it down a little bit. Trojans will snap it. It'll be the delayed handoff. There goes CC1. CC1 bolts through. CC1 up the middle. CC1 still running. CC1 still up. Breaks a tackle. Oh, breaks another. All the way down to the 7-yard lines. And that, my friends, is a culture run by CC1. Holy smokes. Have you ever seen that?
I mean, that might be the greatest run I've seen him make so far this season, Wheels. Oh, my goodness. I mean, talk about a jinx. He just ended that guy's career.
Oh, my gosh. CC1. And to be 45 yards downfield and to run over a player. Holy smokes. CC1. Trojo.
We were talking about at halftime about getting some tape for CC1 to send to some schools. I mean,
Send him that.
put that one first.
You got to be kidding me. All right.
Oh my goodness.
First and goal, Trojans from the 7-yard line. It's going to be a pass. Ooh. All right, trying to get it over the middle to Hugh Hakes. It will be incomplete. There is 8:06 left in the fourth quarter. Trojans with second and goal from the 8-yard line. Second down and goal. Here's Cove. He's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to plow forward and have about 3. It's going to be down there around the 5-yard line. It'll be third and goal from the 5 for Anderson. 7:45 left in the ball game. I think Coach Hatcher's walking down there to probably call timeouts. My call. He's going to let this clock come down to about the 7. I'm not good at math. 7:20 mark, perhaps, and call a timeout. And don't call it now. We got an O lineman over there. Let Hatcher call it. Okay, 7:21 left in the ball game. Trojans facing a 3rd and 6, third and goal from the 6-yard line. Trojan offense will discuss the play, and it's time to dial up a good one. How about that run by CC1?
Yeah, it saved my life, honestly, because after the turnover comment, I was fearing for my life a little bit. But yeah.
It was a great call. It's that delayed draw that we've seen, and on a 3rd and 15, and boy, CC1 had that first down covered in a hurry, and then sprinted down the middle, had some downfield magic. Downfield Trojo, rather, and took it all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, right around the 30, CC1 took a pop, and I was thinking to myself, damn, he just got rocked. And I realized I was worrying about the wrong guy. The defender ended up on the floor, and that's the Caleb Krenshaw effect right there, folks.
All right, third and goal, Trojans. Going to be twins to either side. There is going to be a flag. Now, it is going to be a procedure on Anderson. Tank Navarro came back, but it looked like somebody brought pressure, or they were alluding to pressure, and it came back to kind of haunt them. But it will be third and goal from the 11. All right, it's going to be a give to CC1. He's going up the middle, fighting through. He's going to get to about the 6-yard line. It will be 4th and goal with 7:10 left in the ball game. It'll be interesting to see. The Trojans are looking to go for it. In comes Trey Leach. Inside 7 minutes now. Trojans look to go for it from the 6-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal. Trojans. Jay Fulmer will be in the wing. It's going to be a give to CC1. He's plowing through. Still fighting. He's going to be just short. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Down around the 2-yard line. Hayes will take over.
Yeah, a bit ambitious there. I think you're kind of going for the ball game right there. Of course, you go with your lead guy, CC1. It's never a bad option.
Well, I think the thought process is you've got a 2-score advantage. If we kick there, you're still at a 2-score advantage. If you score there, you've got a 3-score advantage, and you're going to say, let's do it defense. So it'll be 1st and 10. Hayes from deep in their own territory, their own 2-yard line. Man in motion. It's going to be a give up the middle. It's going to be a safety. Trojans. Oh, how about that?
How about it? How about it? That's exactly why you dial up that play on 4th down, because you know short yardage situations, this is right where I want my defense. First play didn't take long, Wheels.
I love it. Holy smokes. So that tells you something when the Riv jumps in there and says, I'll get you 2 points, coach. The Riv obviously celebrating his touchdown run over the top from last week, the airborne 6 inches vertical over the top fullback River Anderson gets the safety. And how about that? Well, we didn't call it here, but you got to think Hatcher thought, I'm going to trust my defense here, and boy, did they come up with a huge safety. Hayes will be forced to kick or punt from the 20. It'll be interesting to see. It's got to be too early for them to get. I mean, you're not going to. Surely, you're not going to onside this. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. I against this Trojans team, feels like we've seen it all.
I know. They will be kicking off the ground. Sometimes you see the punt, although less and less so. They will be kicking from their own 20 after the safety. What a massive play there by the Trojan D. All right. They will kick it deep, so Zayden Sharp will have a chance. He will take it on the run, coming upfield. He's going to have it around the 45-yard line, so the Trojan offense will set up in good position at the 45-yard line. So a nice turn of events as the Trojans go for it on 4th down deep in the territory, and the gamble, I would say, pays off. Because
100% pays off.
The Trojan defense getting a quick safety. River Anderson getting it. Shades of last year against Lockhart, Hodges Smith getting the safety. That Trojan defense tends to pin their ears back down around the goal line. Got a turnover, touchdown for Logan Gephardt last week, a fumble recovery last week down around that area.
And that's a coach knowing his team as well.
There goes CC1. He's got a couple of tough yards there, lowering his head. 6:14, 6:13 left in the ball game. Nice job on 1st down, getting a couple of positive yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Trojans in no hurry now. Going to take this under the 6-minute mark. It's going to be a little flare pass to Hugh Hakes. Hugh Hakes still running. There is Hugh Hakes down the sidelines. Let me put a bow on that awful Hugh Hakes story I was telling you. 7-on-7. He's out there. He's got the palest skin. People are imploring him to put on sunscreen. He had the reddest shoulders in the history of the state of Texas. Did not put enough sunscreen on. We needed his mother there to short up. Coach Hardiman implored him to put on sunscreen. Said he would look translucent. And then he went bright red. Okay, 1st and 10. Play action. Looking for Hugh again. Nice pass, Hugh Hakes. There he goes down the sideline, cuts it back down around inside the 20. Hugh Hakes shaking off that sunburn, the Abilene sunburn, takes it down to the 15.
Well, first off, on the sunburn front, I've been there before, Hugh. You're not alone in that. There have been times where I told the sunscreen to kick rocks. But second off, where were you for the Hugh Hakes game, Wheels? I mean, he has come onto the scene.
Right here.
Yeah. He's quick. He's fast. And I think he's got his eyes on 6.
All right, there goes CC1. Nice run up the middle. Always gets those positive yards for us down around the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6, Anderson. We're now under 5 minutes with 4:53 left in the ball game.
Yeah, I enjoy how each game you watch this offense go to work, it feels like there's a different skill player out there that kind of gets their moment. And tonight it's really been Hugh Hakes on a couple big-time plays down the stretch.
Here it is again. We hadn't seen this in weeks. Jay Fulmer on the Wildcat. It's going to be Fulmer keeping it, looking, trying to get up the middle. He's going to have a couple of yards, I believe. We have not seen this since Hendrickson. The helmet does pop off, and Jay's like, they ripped it off my head. I'm like, I agree, Jay. It should be a flag. It's not going to be a flag. He's got to come out of the game, and he's furious, and I don't blame him. By the way, Coy Fulmer, his older brother, great Anderson Trojan running back, played college football, now has a Christmas lights operation outfit. I saw him doing my next door neighbors. I hope to mention Coy's Lights. Maybe I'll get a discount. Okay. 3:48 left. CC1 looking, knifing through. He's going to have some yards there, and it's going to be close, but it will be another 4th down. And now Ospo comes into the game, which is the smart move, because it would extend the lead to what? Mathematicians?
29-15, so yeah.
15 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, of course.
Right, naturally.
Okay, here's Ospo on to kick. Clock rolling with 3:11, 3:10 left in the ball game. Come on, Ryan. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. Nice job. Good game, Ryan Ospo. So a wonderful job there. Trojans extend the lead to 29-14. So do the math for me.
15 points. It's still technically a 2-possession game, but it's a difficult 2-possession game, that's for sure.
Okay.
It's more difficult than it was 3 minutes ago.
That's right. All right. So 3:02 left. We're going to need Ospo to kick it out. .302 left in the ball game. Trojans lead 29-14. Again, we mentioned it. Trojans do have the win here. Ryan kicked it out of the end zone. The last time we were in a similar situation. I'm asking him to do it one more time for us. He's going to move it to the left hash, is Ospo. Here is the kick. He is going to kick it high and deep, and yes! Don't mean to celebrate that too much, but a good job by Ryan keeping those dangerous return men for Hayes off the field, and it will be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line with 3:02 left. Trojans lead 29-14 over Hayes.
We don't see the touchback celebration enough.
I'll do it. Yeah. He's getting a good round of applause over there from the Trojan coaching staff and team. So job well done, and a nice night there by the senior Ryan Ospo. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 Hayes.
Now I'm going to throw it back at you here, Wheels. Okay. I think the interception/fumble could be coming our way. I think Hayes might start to get a little bit desperate here. Clock ticking down. Time for one of these DBs to take advantage of something.
Yeah, empty backfield here. He's going to throw it across the field. It's going to be incomplete there. So a little nicely drawn up play, a little miscommunication. Smith's talking to McMillan, but they tried to cross him up, and but an incompletion nonetheless. It'll be 2nd and 10. Yeah, It is Hayes not, although successful tonight passing the ball, not their, I would guess, MO as a football team.
Yeah, and every time this quarterback's thrown out of the pocket, feels like he's just on the precipice when that pressure's getting in his face.
Yep. He's going to bring it up the middle. Almost stripped. Nice job there. Hodges-Smith in on the tackle, but a lot of Trojans with initial contact. Miami also coming up there, and a good hit there to finish it off. It'll be 3rd and 9. The clock is moving with 2:37 left. Tell you what, we have given this quarterback a lot of shots, and he's hanging in there. But 3rd and 9, Hayes, with 2:20 left in the ball game. Looking to throw. He's going to fire it over there. Miami Riley's going to get him
tackle.
right there. I mean, he may have a yard or two, but a nice tackle there by Miami. Good coverage. And it will be 4th down and 8. Did Hayes call timeout? Or
2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout. Okay, there you go.
2-minute timeout, 4th down. Time for Anderson to put this thing to bed.
Put it to bed right here, fellas. 4th and 8. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Trojans lead 29-14 over Hayes.
You know, this one hasn't really looked the way that I thought it might look when I was driving over here.
Yeah.
But I really am impressed at the malleability of this Trojan team, the way that they've adapted to all sorts of different game scenarios, teams coming out with a little bit different energy each week. I think this was a really good test for them. I think this is more to the skill from some of these guys in blue than it is anything necessarily that the Trojans did wrong.
100%. 100%. All right, big 4th down here with 2 minutes left. Empty backfield. Looks like Miller and Smith will spy QB in their inside zone linebacker positions. High snap. Trojans bringing heat from the outside. Nice job, the Riv. It's going to be, it doesn't matter who gets the ball because it'll be our ball regardless. Nice job by the Riv. Again, in football, when you can have a 4-man rush with just your defensive linemen and they can get sacks, it's good football. So a nice job, Riv. Have yourself a ball game. And Trojans will take over with 1:52 left, 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line.
And I honestly think the offensive line play from Hayes deserves credit.
Yeah, they do.
It's not like we've been racking up sacks all game as there is a flag on the
Yeah,
field.
it's going to be, they're going to call Anderson with a legal sub. Sharp was out there, and as they say, break the huddle with too many men on the field. So it'll be 1st and 15.
But I think when you bring pressure, as you mentioned, right, when you only use that 4-man front and you bring pressure consistently and you're constantly in the face, right? Hayes is lucky they have a guy that can escape the pocket really well and create plays out of nothing and extend plays, extend drives. A lot of teams don't have that capability, and so I think that's going to pose a lot of problems for teams that Anderson faces down the stretch here.
CC1's going to have a couple yards. It'll be 2nd and 14 as the clock still moves with 1:40 left. Well, I think you brought up a really good point. It is, I mean, Trojans looking to get out of here with a 15-point victory. I think a lot of people thought Hayes may be down, and Coach Hatcher furious at the player personnel. They're going to burn a timeout here, getting the right guys in there. There was a little communication between Willis and Sharp on who was supposed to be out there and caused that first penalty. One thing coaches don't like is having to burn timeout to avoid another penalty. But yeah, I think you brought up a good point. You used the word malleable, which I guess they teach at Wisconsin. But I mean, a game where, listen, Hayes came out fired up, a lot of speed, very impressive, and good play by the quarterback. You can tip your hat to him and the Hayes O-line. But the Anderson defense absolutely stepping up in the second half, throwing yet another goose egg, which, again, you got to tip your hat to Coach Holcomb. This second half defense for Anderson. We talked about CC1 in the second half, but the defense in the second half, it's like, did they pitch a shutout? No, I'm making that up. They scored on the first drive.
One touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, that first drive coming out of half. But, I mean, even against Consolidated, it was one touchdown in the second half as well.
That's right. Now we're under a minute left here. 53 seconds left. Trojans facing 3rd and 10. They're going to give it on that delayed draw to CC1. He's going to knife through and have about 2 yards. But I think that should do it. I'm not sure. The undefeated chants from the Trojan crowd. Pretty fun. The students, big student contingent over there for Anderson by the band and bells. Of course, the Trojan cheer solid all year. As we're under 15 seconds left, and that'll do it for the ball game. Anderson's going to win this one 29-14. And a solid road victory. A lot of Trojo tonight at Bob Shelton Stadium in Hayes County. And the Anderson Trojans remain undefeated, winning 29-14 and 8-0.
Officially surpassing the win total from last year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
And the Trojans are in uncharted territory.
Yeah. I will tell you this, though. There were a couple times in this game it did get a little dicey. Got it to a one-score game, but my goodness, the offense responded with a good drive. CC1's 45-yard run or 60-yard run, whatever it was, will not be soon forgotten because that was pivotal in this ball game. So I love the way, the resiliency of this Anderson team and the coaching. I mean, that's a coaching culture win. Boy, you come down here, fired up Hayes team, ready to knock you off, and getting the victory, facing adversity and doing it, pretty cool victory.
No doubt about it, Wheels. Yeah, you know Hayes was coming out here with a little bit more energy. They knew Anderson was walking into their place in what they viewed as a little bit of a trap game.
Yeah, they did.
But
for sure,
I think the response in some of those situations like we were discussing, you know, after that opening touchdown drive.
Yep.
Or I guess not the opening drive, but the 15-yard Hayes touchdown early in the first half.
Yep.
And then even the touchdown throw and just to open the second half, I guess, flipping those two up. But either way, I mean, following those drives, you had turnover on downs, safety, turnover on downs.
Yep.
Can't really write a better script than that defensively.
No, you can't. I mean, I think the big play by the defense to get that 4th down stop when it was a close ball game was really a huge momentum. And then the offense getting the ball and CC1's massive Trojo 3rd down run really changed the whole ball game, the landscape. Hayes never came close again, and the Riv with that massive safety really putting a nail in the coffin. Again, Ryan Osbo, you mentioned it. I think that's a great point you made, which is, hey, you're going to play close games. you're about to go into the playoffs. You're going to need that steady Eddie Ryan Ospo field goal leg to win games. You know, he had a big one against College Station to make it a 10-point game. And it was a longer field goal, and that kind of changed the whole tenor of the game. And having that it's massive.
Yeah, I think like those high 20s to high 30-yard field goals, right? Those have to be automatic. You have to be able to rely on your kicker to drain some of those. And so far, he's done a pretty solid job proving that he can be relied on for those situations. Of course, you also, you have an offense that's totally capable of creating fourth down opportunities. But having that kicker as a nice backstop it's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling. And the other thing is, he's nailed 40-yarders this year, so it's not the old, well, get him in there close for a chip shot. He's got a good leg, and so it is a weapon. Now, again, Anderson's fourth down offense has been solid all year, but it's certainly good, and hats off to Ryan for a nice job. Thanks. I'm glad he brought the tea tonight.
Yeah, he fooled us last week. He fooled me last week, that's for sure.
Well, a good victory for the Anderson Trojans, who remain undefeated, 8-0. Again, we'll see you next week. If you are sitting around the house this week and don't want to show up at House Park for senior night, I don't know what's wrong with you, Kyle Cooper. But we will be taking on the Lockhart Lions, coached by former Anderson defensive coordinator Maldi. We'll be taking them on at 7:30 at House Park. It should be a fun night. As Miami's talking to the guys now, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe something they said, how to respond, resiliency, but it's fun. Coach Hatcher letting these seniors lead. But a really good victory for Anderson. Going on the road, long drive down here, about an hour in traffic, and coming out with a pretty decisive victory. There were some moments where the game got close, but a decisive victory in a long season and a long district run. But a nice job by the Trojans. And we've got Lockhart and then the finale against Weiss. And that'll do it for our district play. Anderson has officially, I believe, of last week, maybe the week before, qualified for the state playoffs. Now it's a matter of seeding. The four teams in that playoff we know will be Anderson, A&M Consolidated, Pflugerville, Weiss, and College Station. The week before, actually next week, a very interesting battle in College Station between Weiss and College Station that will have implications. Of course, if College Station wins and Anderson defeats Lockhart Thursday night, the Andersons will be outright district champs. Again, if Anderson beats Lockhart, they have guaranteed at least a tri or co-championship of district. And it's going to be real interesting to see how this thing shakes out. We've got a lot of action here at the end of the season. But seeding, very important. But as mentioned today at the Burt's Lunch, this playoff run, this Region 3, there's a lot of good teams. So making the run, you're going to have to compete week in, week out to make it. So I'll take this team. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I will too. And I am.
Yep.
Special group. Feels like they are built for the mission.
Yeah.
And,
well said.
Next week at Lockhart, of course, but folks, if you don't have the P field blocked off on your calendar, do it now.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Do it.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
That is going to be one of the great high school football games. I am excited to be a part of that one. Of course, again, Lockhart next week, House Park, senior night.
Senior night.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a great one. Well, I think you brought up a good point. It does feel like they're on a mission. And when you look at Anderson, a team who played in the playoffs last year, played LaPorte, who went very deep in the playoffs, fourth quarter game, either tied or it was a 21-20 game in the fourth quarter, and a team that, that region, LaPorte and Angleton, they run the ball a lot. And this Trojan defense you saw in the second half really shutting down that run after a little bit in the first half, giving up a couple chunk plays. They really shut that down. So it'll be interesting to see how Anderson fares, but I think it's a team built for a long playoff run. It really is. The amount of leadership, senior, the way the offense has come on. But, man, this defense has been rock solid all year. And, again, keeping teams right at that 7 to 14 point margin. That's winning football.
Winning football indeed, and I think a lot's within their control. If Anderson can lock down a good seed going into the playoffs, you can forge yourself a nice little path for a run at it.
Yes, you definitely can. Can.
Yeah, it'll be a big end to the season and just the start of what hopefully will be a long postseason.
Here goes Coach Tom. He's going to go talk to CC1. He just hugged Riv. So a great game by the Trojans, winning 29-14 at Bob Shelton Stadium. We'll see y'all next week. Let's really pack House Park in the home finale. Again, not to get too over our skis here, but Trojans finishing first or second in this district race. They will clinch a home playoff game, which will be at House Park, which will be one of the great events in the history of downtown Austin. All right. Good victory. Let's get them next week. Let's get the Lions. Trojo tonight. We brought Trojo down to Hayes County and let them know who the boys from Austin were. Final score from Bob Shelton Stadium, Anderson 29, Hayes 14. From Hayes County, this is Will Smith.
Adam Newberger, the A-Train.
We'll see you next week.